Hi guys, welcome to another video. Hope you're all keeping well. I just thought I'd make this video about something that I was very annoyed about actually regarding this movie that I bought this week. This movie called Devil Girl from Mars, which was made in 1954. Now, I put it on the other night, and the first thing that hit my eyes before the movie even started was a bloody stupid trigger warning. A trigger warning for a harmless sci-fi movie from 1954. I ask you. Yeah, the usual blah 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 tripe. I can't remember every word, but basically along the lines of the usual like general warning. This is a movie of its time, and modern day audience may find this bloody offensive. Offensive. There was nothing bloody offensive in it. There was no black people in it. There was no transgender people in it. I don't swear, but I just feel like swearing, guys, here about this movie. What on earth did they think was offensive in this movie? I ask you. The world is definitely going posse. It really is. I'm just like most people. I'm just about fed up with all this bloody woke nonsense and that. You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't say this in a film. You can't say that in a film. Instead of concentrating on trivial things like ruining people's enjoyments of harmless movies, they want to do something about the bloody knife crime. I'm sick of hearing that every day. There's not a day goes by where you hear of people getting stabbed or, things like that and that, attacked and that. They want to do something about that instead of concentrating on harmless things and that, what offends, let's face it, hardly anybody, really. I mean, yeah, a trigger warning, I ask you. It was bad enough with James Bond, putting stupid trigger warnings on the front of his movies, and he tampered with his books as well. But this I couldn't believe it, guys. I just had to make this video saying how angry I was. It's just ridiculous. A trigger warning for a harmless sci-fi movie from 1954, and the best of it was there was scant violence in it. Just about this, it's basically, the title says it all. She just comes down from Mars and she basically just tries to take over humanity. But there was no blood and gore in it. There was no real viciousness in it. It was just a gentle British movie, albeit the alien invasion, very limited alien invasion. She comes down to Earth in this spaceship aided by a robot. That was it, basically. Most of the time, it was centered in this pub. All people in the pub and that talking about it and that, it's ridiculous. I couldn't believe it when the trigger warning popped up. I mean, in God's name, I tell you what, if I was in charge of these film companies and I got people like that on the board, I would sack a lot of them. It's going a bit too far, all this woke business and that, tampering films and that. They can't leave our bloody films alone, can they? People should start kicking up about it. It's ridiculous and that. A bloody trigger warning I can't get over it. A bloody trigger warning for a bloody harmless 1954 sci-fi movie. The bloody idiots, they really are, bloody blockheads. It's ridiculous now. I mean, it's not just like movies, guys. It's spread to every walk of life. Even about like what you can eat and what what you can't eat and what you can eat and that. Trying to deprive kids now of chocolate and that, making the sweets taste less palatable. It just trying to dissuade them. Well, you never stop kids from eating sweets. I'm sorry, but kids have always loved sweets. I loved sweets when I was little. I don't want to get off the subject too much, guys. I'm just saying it's gone right across the whole board. All this like this nonsense and that, trying to dictate to you. And but this was the limit. This, guys, it really was a bloody trigger warning for a harm. The last thing I'd expect when I put a movie on like this. All right, so know about the Bond movie. So if I'd slipped the Bond movie into my Blu-ray player, I most probably would have braced myself with the bloody. Oh, here we go. Rolls his eyes, really bloody stupid, unnecessary trigger warnings and that. I don't know why all the good people don't get together and demand something to be done about this. Get a petition up and that, send it to the government, stop tampering with our movies and that, trying to dictate to us and that. Bloody, I was so annoyed, guys, when I seen that trigger warning. What the hell's going on here? A trigger warning for a harmless sci-fi movie from 1954. What would not offend anybody? Are you right in the head, those ones that say, give the, tick this off to have a trigger warning? There's something missing between, because I think there is. They're making these stupid changes and after changing everything and that. They're even changing things, what we getting outside films, what we love for years and that. Oh, sitting on the big fat backsides. Oh, what should we do? Oh, I know, we'll change this, we'll change that. Only change usually usually entails making the bloody thing worse. You know, they're ruining good things and that, you know, and that goes right across the board, you know. But this was the limit, guys. I was so annoyed when I seen that bloody trigger warning pop up. My mouth dropped open in disbelief, in sheer incredulity. A bloody trigger warning for a bloody harmless sci-fi movie from 1954. I ask you, the lunatics have definitely taken over the asylum. Yeah. But anyway, onto the film as a whole. It was okay. As I say, it was like a gentle kind of sci-fi movie. It was nothing great, you know. It was nothing. You know, I didn't see anything in it that could cause offence. If any of you guys have seen this, did you see anything in it what might have caused offence? If you did, let me know. But I certainly didn't see anything in it. I think what these ones are doing now, these ones on the board, they're looking for the least little thing to try and keep their jobs, you know. Oh, that's offensive and that, you know, we'll cut that out, we'll put a trigger warning. They're basically nitpicking when it's not needed, really, and that, you know. I wish they'd stop, you know, they're wrapping everybody up in cotton wool, you know. They're banning everything for everybody. They're banning everything from everybody for everybody, and it just can't go on. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of going on YouTube every day and seeing all more stupid things what they're trying to ban and that, you know, and are tampering with our movies, are tampering with our books. It needs to bloody stop. You know, I never ever thought I'd see days like this. I never did. You know, I suppose I'm speaking here for a lot of people. Leave our films alone. There's nothing wrong with this movie and countless other movies as well. We have slapped bloody ridiculous bloody trigger warnings on. Just cut it out and leave our movies alone. Okay? I'm sorry, guys. It just angered me, you know, seeing these, you know, a harmless sci-fi movie from 1954, putting stupid bloody trigger warnings on. It's just ridiculous, guys. I'm just incensed over it, yeah. I just hope that it doesn't become nearly, well, I think it's going that way. Nearly every movie, they're putting a stupid, silly trigger warning on, you know. All right, maybe in the early days it was necessary for people who did maybe suffer from a nervous disposition and the horror was a bit too strong. Maybe that was okay. But they've just gone overboard, guys, with all this nonsense, and it needs to stop. You know, they're finding fault with everything, and even Enid Blyton. I could go on, guys. Enid Blyton books, James Bond books, Roald Dahl books. Well, you've seen me videos, haven't you? Yeah. Anyway, guys, I've had me rant now. You know, but I was just so annoyed. I couldn't believe it when I seen a trigger warning slapped on an harmless British sci-fi movie, Devil Girl from Mars, from 1954. I could not, for the life of me, see anything what might cause offence, you know, might run the risk of upsetting everybody. I couldn't see it. So if you guys have watched it, let me know. What do you think there was anything offensive in this movie? I'd be very interested to know. Yeah. All right then, guys, rant's over. Yeah. Yeah, but, you know, it just annoys me, guys. It really does, this sort of thing. And I always speak to the majority of sensible people, you know. So, again, leave our movies alone. You want to do something about the things that matter, the important things like the bloody knife crime, the prevalent knife crime and that, you know, and these robbers getting away with different, you know, well, these criminals and that. Why don't you do something about them rather than banning harmless things? Yeah. All right, then, guys, that's it. I've said me piece, yeah. You should like the video. Please feel free to share, subscribe, comments. Okay, bye for now.
Duh. Dad, I think I got it wrong again, Dad. I got it wrong again. Got it wrong again. Wrong again, Dad. Got it wrong again.
Yeah, you ruined the bloody movie, you idiots.